Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Dustin back here again in Rolling Garage. Back out here with my buddy's 2010 Big Bear 400. I'm still waiting on parts to come in, but while I'm waiting, I got to talking to him, and he said that he wanted a winch hooked up to the front. So I had, excuse the mess y'all, I ain't cleaned up in a while, but I had this Harbor Freight one sitting over in my stockpile, and I had the plate and everything, and I got to looking on this Big Bear. I don't know if different year models or whatever are different, but on this 2010, the bolt holes on this plate line up perfect for the mounting brackets on the Big Bear. You see, there you go. So I went to Lowe's, bought some hardware, to mount everything. So I guess today we're gonna hook this bad boy up, mount it up, run all my wires, and see if we can't get it hooked up. I've used this winch on 2 Honda 300s, and I really can't say anything bad about them. This is the older version that only has the remote to it. The newer versions of them, they've got the wireless remote, and they've got a handlebar hookup. But this was one I had in the garage, so stick around. Let me get everything cleaned up a little bit and get everything sorted out, and I'll give a little tutorial on how I'm going to hook this bad boy up. All right, y'all, stick around. All right, y'all, let's get started. Got my plate. Got my little helper over there running around looking for a kitty cat. So I get my bowl, flat washer, run it through the hole. Nail my hand through here some way. Let's see, I may have to take this plate off right here right quick. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, let's see. You get to working on these bikes, best tool I found, 3/8 electric impact. It will save you a lot of headache and a lot of time. Yeah, I got access down there now, so let's see, put the plate back up there. Balance stop. Oh yeah, that's a lot easier right there. Run them all down, finger tight.
Those on.
y'all love youngins? If you ain't got one, get you a couple of them. Alright, got all these fingers tight. I'm gonna run them all down tight with an impact and I'll be back shortly. Alright, see I got my plate installed. Set this winch in. Like that. And this plate got 2 holes in the bottom of the plate for the 2 holes in the winch to go in. All this is hardware that came with the winch. The only hardware I had to buy was for the plate. So see if I can hold my tongue just right. There we go. We cooking with Crisco now, y'all. My wife over here laughing at me. Alright, got them snug. And for my rollers, see, I'm going to bolt it. Yeah, right there. But before I do that, you gotta take off these C-clips, or one of them anyway, so you can pull one of these rollers out so that the hook will fit through there. See if I can do that without it spring loading, popping me in the face or something. The snap ring pliers probably work the best.
Two.
There we go. So you got your snap ring, or your C-clip, or whatever you want to call it, 2 washers, and pull out, your roller comes out. Tight little fit right here in between his body and his winch. Like I said, I've used this same winch on Honda 300s. All this thing tight, I'm gonna snug all this down off camera. But what I did with that was I used this same Harbor Freight plate. I drilled holes through the frame itself and installed it. If y'all got any questions about that or want to see how I've done it, I've got my wife's 300 in the backyard, and I can show y'all exactly how I did that. And it's held up fine over the years. So if y'all got any questions about that, you know, just don't hesitate to ask. I'll be glad to show y'all exactly how I did that. But I'm gonna pause the video till I get all this snug down, and we'll start on the wiring. Okay, winch hooked up, or mounted up, I guess I should say. See, I got my roller installed. I hadn't hooked my other piece up yet, the top roller, because the hook hadn't come all the way through yet, and I guess I could free pull it out. But on my box, let me get y'all in here, get this stuff out of the way. But I got a mount point right here, so I'm gonna mount my box right there in that mount point. The only problem I'm gonna have, which is, this ain't the first time I've had this problem with this same winch, is my wires ain't gonna be long enough to reach down here to my hookups on the winch itself. So I'm gonna cut them right here, right here. I'm gonna get some the waterproof connections or whatever. I'm gonna add about another foot of wire, and then For the time being, I'm just gonna kind of thread this through here back to the battery. I'm not gonna zip tie anything down yet until I get my plastics and stuff back on, so I can get it exactly how I want it. But give me a minute. Let me get these wires cut, spliced back together, and get my box mounted on, and I'll be back in a minute. I don't reckon y'all want to sit there and watch me do all that. All right, I'll be back shortly. All right, well, got everything hooked up. I have my box, cables, I got them extended. Like I said, I'm not zip tying and making everything permanent as far as the wiring until I get it my front plastics on. But I believe what I'm going to do, I just ran them straight into the battery for right now. But this bike has got an auxiliary hookup that plugs into the battery, so I might find me a adapter and just run that into there, make it look a little cleaner. You want to make sure you keep that off of any kind of ground, secure it somewhere so it's not going to touch any part of the frame or anything. You don't want to burn nothing up. But his battery's dead, so I may have to replace that too if I can't get it to charge up. But got my little clicker here. Let's see. Let's extend. Let's see. Retract. Hey, she works. Can't ask nothing better than that. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And like I said, if you got any questions about this, the winch on this one, or a winch on the same winch and bracket hookup on a Honda 300, give me a holler. I'll be glad to help you. Thank y'all.